Welcome, castaways. Welcome to Shipwrecked. My name is Susan, and I'm so excited to be exploring this adventurous island with you today. We'll start right here in Castaway Sing and Play every day. And a castaway is someone who is, what? What are we? Shipwrecked, right. So just like us, I'll help you sing and have fun and celebrate Jesus. You know, speaking of a castaway, what in the world? It's so strange, but I can't believe this entire island is deserted. It looks like...
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, thank you for being here. I'm so glad. Okay. I cannot believe that you guys are here to rescue me. I am so thankful, and I just thought, I heard you talking, and I thought I was hearing voices, which is just normal for me. But it's not voices, you're here. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Clearly, so excited. I am ready to go. I am ready to go. I have one question. Mm-hmm. Where is the helicopter? Where's the helicopter?
We don't have a helicopter.
What's that? You don't? Mm-hmm. Oh, silly me. Of course you don't have a helicopter. It's probably too far away. It's out of range. That means you must have an airplane. I love airplanes. Although I do get really sick sometimes when I'm on an airplane. But as long as I've got a bag, it should be fine.
Well, no, there's not an airplane. Mm-mm.
No airplane?
Mm-mm.
What about a boat?
Nope.
Submarine, maybe?
No, still a no from me. Mm-mm.
Pogo stick?
Okay, you know what? That's ridiculous. How could a pogo stick even go on water?
Well, how then did you get here? On the back of a turquoise seagull named Herbert?
No, again, that's just really ridiculous. So, listen, I wish we were here to rescue you. But, you see, we're all shipwrecked just like you. So no one's getting off right away. We're not leaving.
You're telling me that you are not here to rescue me?
Nope, we're not here for that. I'm really sorry, though.
You guys are stuck on this island, too?
I'm afraid so.
Well, why didn't you tell me? That's even better.
Okay, well, I don't know how that could be any better.
Because now I finally have a friend. Oh, excuse me. Where are my manners? My name is Jim Holland. Mm-hmm. Nolan. I've been on the island a long time, okay? My name is Jim Nolan. I have been stuck all alone on this island ever since a terrible skydiving trip went wrong, and I accidentally landed here 354 days ago.
Okay, great, Jim. I'm Susan, so there's that.
Well, I'm so glad you're here. I mean, up until now, it's just been me and my neighbor Monkey. Be careful, he throws things.
Seems like it's been a little lonely around here, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. I'm lonely. I have missed my friends. I've missed my family.
Yeah. Well, my friends and I are going to talk about being lonely today. You don't have to be on a deserted island to feel lonely, though. You can be in a crowd and feel like we don't have a friend in the world. And that's why it's so good to know that when you're lonely, Jesus rescues. Jesus is the best friend we could ever have, and he's always with us.
Wow. I sure wish you guys had gotten here earlier, but I'm glad I know this now.
Well, that's just a start. I'd love to tell you more. How about you show me around the island much later, and then we can talk later.
That sounds like a great plan to me. All right, 1, 10, 40. Man, we're going to need some more coconuts.
Yeah. Well, you go count coconuts for all of our friends here, and we'll see you later, all right?
All right. See
Thanks,
you guys
Jim.
later.
See
Bye.
You later. Well, I'm glad we found Jim, right? He seems a slight bit lonely, but we can help him, right? Okay, now we're going to start this morning with a song about Jesus, our rescuer. And this song will remind you that that Jesus rescues us even when our life is a wreck. So I need everyone, ready? Stand up.
Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, your perfect love is casting out fear. And even when I'm caught in the middle of the storms of this life, I won't hold back, I know you are near. And I will fear no evil, for my God is with me. And if my God is with me, whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? Come on, sing it out together. Oh no, never let go. Through the calm, through the storm. Oh no, never let go. Every high, every low. Oh no, you never let go. Lord, you never let go of me. And I can see a light that is coming for the heart that holds on. A glorious light beyond all compare. And there will be an end to these troubles, but until that day comes, we'll live to know you here on the earth. I will fear no evil, for my God is with me. And if my God is with me, whom then shall I fear? Whom then shall I fear? Oh no, never let go. Through the calm, through the storm. Oh no, you never let go. Every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go. Lord, you never let go of me. Come on, let's sing that chorus again. Sing it. Oh no, you never let go. Through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go. Every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go. Lord, you never let go of me. I can see light. Come on, sing this bridge part with us. And I can see a light that is coming for the heart that holds on. And there will be an end to these struggles, but until that day comes, I will praise you. Still I will praise you. Still I will praise you. Sing that again. I can see a light. And I can see a light that is coming for the heart that holds on. And there will be an end to these troubles, but until that day comes, still I will praise you. Still I will praise you. Let's sing, oh no. Sing it out together. Oh no, you never let go. Through the calm and through the storm. Oh no, you never let go. In every high and every low. Oh no, you never let go. Lord, you never let go of me.
That was so good. Ships get wrecked or stranded for like a million reasons, right? Maybe a big storm blew it off course, or a ship ran into a reef underwater, or maybe they hit a huge iceberg. That's happened before. This week, we will imagine what it would be like to be stranded on an island far from the comforts of home. You know what that means? No Wi-Fi. Yeah. That makes me wonder something. If you were shipwrecked, what one friend or family member would you want to take with you? Who knows? Your dog? Your dog? Your dog is a puppy and probably no help. You would take each other? What about you, Knox? Your dog? Oh my gosh, that's a great idea. Okay, well, everybody's bringing their dog. I'm not going with you guys. Having someone with you can make a hard time a little bit better. And this week, we're going to kind of talk about how Jesus rescues us when life gets hard. Does anyone know what this is? A life jacket. Now, how can this rescue you? If you're on a ship, it floats. Okay, what else? It makes you float, right? So it keeps you from going underwater, right?
And like you can't go underwater and you like can't swim and so you
Yeah, but it keeps you above the water, right? That's what we're looking for here, yeah. A life preserver can't pull you out of deep water, or it really can't carry us to safety, but it holds us up so we don't drown. Keeps you on top of the water, supporting you and holding you. We are going to talk this week how Jesus is kind of like a life preserver for us. He doesn't always carry us away from hard times, but he is with us with his arms around us. You ready to sing again? Okay, we're going to sing again on your feet. You guys are going to get a workout today. Up and down. Up, stand up.
You unravel me with a melody. You surround me with a song of deliverance from my enemies till all my fears are gone. Sing it out. And I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. Oh yes I am. I'm no longer a slave to fear. No, 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 no. I am a child of God. Sing it to him. From my mother's womb, you have chosen me. Love, love has called my name. Oh, thank you, Lord, that I've been born again into your family, and your blood flows through my veins. Come on, sing it out. I'm no longer a slave to fear. Thank you, God. I am a child of God. Oh, yes, I am. I'm no longer a slave to fear. No, 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 no. I am a child of God. Thank you, Lord. I belong to you. I belong to you, Lord. All right, kids, sing this with us. Whoa. You rescued me so I could stand and sing that I am a child of God. I am a child of God. Oh, I am a child of God. a child. That's what I am. I'm no no, 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 no. I am a child of God.
That's great. All right, sit down again. When you're sailing, a map could probably keep you from getting shipwrecked, right? Shows you where the sea is deep and where it's dangerous and where it gets shallow. Shows you where the safe ports to stay during a storm. And here at Shipwrecked VBS, we'll have a guide too. What do you think it will be? The Bible. Alexander, you're so smart. You already knew. Each day we'll learn a Bible point, an important truth to remember from the Bible. To help you think about today's Bible point, we're going to experience the way an island can be formed. Are you ready? Okay, stand up. Just my kids here. Stand up. We're going to... Okay. Now, let's imagine my friends here in the front. Okay. My friends here in the front are a continent, like maybe North America. Okay? Link arms. Link arms. I think you forgot. Link arms. Hey, they have stage fright, okay? We're not used to having tall people with us. Link your arms together, like Kaylee and I. Like this. All of you, make a continent, please. Make a continent, make a continent, make a continent. Right here. There you go. Make a continent. Thank you. Hey, 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 hey. Okay. Now, let's imagine these friends over here are a little strip of land like, I don't know, Florida. And this little piece over here is attached over there, right? How do you think an island could get formed? Maybe if a big wave came and crashed a million times and it hit the same spot every time. Just like this, what would eventually happen? It would break off, right? And look, now what do we have here? An island. Okay, sit down. So, have you ever been in a time where you kind of felt like this little island over here? No, you can sit down. Out in the ocean all by itself. We've all felt lonely, and it's not a great feeling. But today, there's hope, because we're going to discover that when you're lonely, Jesus rescues. The Bible says the Lord will hold me close. So when you feel like my little lonely island, you can remember that Jesus is with you, holding you close. That's because he loves you more than anything. Are you ready to sing another song?
No.
Blake! On your feet, on your feet, on your feet.
Back it up, Jamie.
I love their honesty. Before I spoke a word, you were singing over me. You have been so, so good to me. Before I took a breath, you breathed your life in me. Have been so, so kind to me. Let's sing it out. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99, and I couldn't earn it. I don't deserve it. Still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Yeah. Oh, these words are so good. When I was was your foe, still your love fought for me. You have been so, so good to me. When I felt no worth, you paid it all for me. You have been so, so kind to me. So kind. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. There's no shadow you won't light up, mountain you won't climb up, coming after me. There's no wall you won't kick down, lie you won't tear down, coming after me. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God. Oh, it chases me down, fights till I'm found, leaves the 99. And I couldn't earn it, I don't deserve it, still you give yourself away. Oh, the overwhelming, never-ending, reckless love of God, yeah.
That was good, right? You like that song? Okay, sit down. Not yet. Thank you for asking me, though. All week long, we'll get to know surprising memory buddies who help us remember our Bible points. Now, all our buddies are animals that you might find on an island, like a tropical island, right? Or near the beach. I like the beach, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see which Bible buddy we have today to help us remember that when you're lonely, Jesus rescues.
If I had to be shipwrecked, I'm glad you're with me. We're exploring what it means to be rescued by Jesus. I'm Hope, the coolest cat on the island. Now, you may not expect to see a jaguar on an island, but some of us live pretty close to that beach. You can find jaguars in the jungles along the coast of countries like Costa Rica, Panama, and Mexico. And while most cats don't like water, surprise! Jaguars are one of the only cats that are really great swimmers. We like to hunt, swim, play, and take baths in the water. Woohoo! God made me with spectacular spots on my fur. Well, actually, they just look like spots. They're really called rosettes because they look like little flowers. They're perfect. Like most jaguars, I spent my first couple of years with my mom. She taught me how to catch food, and she protected me from getting hurt. But after 2 years, I was on my own. We're what you call solitary animals. That means we don't live with a family or group. We're usually all alone. That's just how God made us. Have you ever felt like a solitary animal when you really didn't want to be alone? That doesn't feel good. Maybe you didn't have anyone to play with on the playground, or you just moved to a new neighborhood, or you didn't get invited to a birthday party. Being lonely is no fun. But I'm here with good news. When you're lonely, Jesus rescues. Jesus may not take you out of a lonely place, but he promises to always be right there. Because Jesus is always with you, you never have to feel lonely, even when you're by yourself. And Jesus can guide you to new friends, too. In the Bible, Book of Psalms, it tells us, "The Lord will hold me close." If you're feeling like a solitary animal, here's something to roar about. When you're lonely, Jesus rescues.
All right. When you see hope, remember that when you're lonely, Jesus rescues. All right, last song, and then Jerome's going to come teach us. Are you ready? On your feet. This is a great song. Last song.
"'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word, just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I proved him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. Don't miss these words. Oh, how sweet to trust in Jesus, just to trust his cleansing blood, just in simple faith to plunge me 'neath the healing cleansing flood. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I proved him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. Last verse. I'm so glad I learned to trust you, precious Jesus, Savior, friend. And I know that thou art with me, will be with me to the end. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I prove him o'er and o'er. Jesus, Jesus, precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more.
All right. Find your seat. It's time. You already had your seat? Perfect. Now it's time for our Bible discovery lesson today. I guess Sherlock Holmes will be giving it to us here. And here is Mr. Loffridge. He's going to teach this morning. All right, Mr. Loffridge, it's yours.
something is lost. Something is lost, and when something is lost, you call me. Have you ever been lost? Any of you? You folks, small folk, have you ever been lost? Where? Have you been lost in Walmart? We have everyday low prices and lost children. I think I work at the police station, that's very close. I've been sent from Scotland Yard in horribly inappropriate clothing. Have you ever been lost in your life? Does it feel lonely? Oh, it makes me feel lonely. When I have been lost, I have felt lonely, but we know, we've already heard that when you are lonely, Jesus saves. So we'll talk about that a little bit in just a moment. But before we get to that, we have to find our lost things. You know, Jesus taught in some parables. Now, maybe one of you older kids tell me, what is a parable? Yes, ma'am.
One of the stories that Jesus told us how people went and break money.
You might have missed this, but we heard that a parable is one of the stories that Jesus taught to tell people what's right and wrong. That's exactly right. I like to think of them as earthly stories with heavenly purposes. And there were 3 about lost things in the Bible. They're all found in Luke 15 if you're reading along at home. And there were 3 stories. And the first one about a lost item was about a lost coin. Now, let me tempt you. What if I were to tell you that somewhere in this auditorium there were a penny? A penny. A copper penny. Would you stop everything you're doing to go look for this penny?
Yes.
No. Not with inflation rates as they are here. Penny's out. But what if I said, I've got a quarter?
Yes. Just find the penny, pick it up. All day long you'll have good luck.
That's right. What rhymes with quarter? So would you stop what you're doing to go look for a quarter?
Yes. Yes, because if the penny's going up and the quarter's going up.
Well, now listen, what if I told you I had a 1926 Liberty dollar made of pure silver that's worth about $500? I'm not going to fix this one over my shoulder. How many of you would stop what you're doing and go look for this coin?
100 times.
100 times. You would go look for this coin, wouldn't you? It's pure silver. It's worth $500 and you're dying to say something. What would you say about this? I would go too. Exactly what I would go do. Well, you know, we have a story about a woman who had 10 coins. And when they got these coins, these weren't pennies or quarters. These were like this coin. And Jesus told this story in Luke 15. He said the woman had 10 coins and she lost one. So she lost a coin. And what did she do about it? There's a coin like this. And she said, hey, I've got 9 others. You think that's what she did? No, that's not what she did. She lit a lamp and she swept out the whole house. Okay, how many of you have done that? How many of you have swept back into the whole house? Hey, more work to do. She swept out the whole house and she went after that coin because it was a coin of great value. That's our first story about something that was lost that Jesus told us as a parable. And he's going to make a lesson. He's going to make a heavenly lesson out of this earthly story in just a minute. But the first one was about a coin, and it was a coin that was of great value, kind of like this 1926 silver dollar. The woman stopped everything she was doing, and she swept up with the lamp so that she could find that. Yes, sir? It's indeed not fake, and no, you may not touch it. I know where you're going with that. Well, that's one story. What about a second story? Have you ever seen a sheep? How many of you are sheep herders? Any sheep herders in the room? Okay, we have 12 or 13. I see 14. Up to 14 sheep herders in the room. Do any of you herd sheep? What creatures,
No,
right?
they're not. They're like they're soft. They do not like
They do not like
They do not like you brushing them.
They do not like you brushing them. This woman speaks as one with experience. She tried to brush a sheep. Yeah, it wouldn't go well, would it?
Don't brush your goat.
Don't brush your goat either. What are other things we shouldn't brush? Okay? Regain control. Okay? What else do we know about sheep? They're not super smart, are they? So sometimes they wander away. What happens to a sheep if it wanders away in the wilderness? Does it use its claws?
It doesn't have claws.
Use its fangs?
No.
Does it use its hard armored shell? It has none of those things, does it? So what's dangerous about a sheep wandering off? Yes. They get eaten by something. Do you know the list of things that can eat a sheep is greater than the number that are sitting in front of you? Lots of things can eat sheep. So when a sheep wanders off, what is a shepherd going to do? Personally, he's going to do everything he can to find the lost sheep. Now that includes leaving the rest of the sheep. Now, if you're a shepherd, you have 100 sheep, and one wandered off into the forest. What do you think you would do? Okay, we have a division. The ladies would go look, the dudes say, not others. I'm going to go with the ladies on this one.
I just hired a new shepherd and we'll hire.
Right. Got to upgrade our personnel. One more. How about one more?
I was just close to get to like the sheep when I go get out and look for it.
Close the gate. That's a great idea. If you close the gate before you found the one, he's going to come back and kick it in. So what do we have to go do if we have 99 sheep that are still in the flock and one is away? Jesus' Bible study says the good shepherd will leave the 99 to go look for the one. Now, he won't leave them all alone, right? So we look for another buddy shepherd and say, you take care of the 99, but I, the good shepherd, am going to go look for the one. So far, we have the woman who is going to go look for her valuable coin. We have the shepherd who's going to look for his one lost sheep. And then there's a third story in Luke 15 about a lost son. Now, it's Father's Day, and I need a son. Let's see. Sorry. You'll do. Come up here. Now, this young man has all the attributes of a son. Looks like he could play the part of a son.
Oh my God. That's a corny joke.
Corny joke. Not the ones you'll hear this week. Here's a son. Guinea, we'll call him. There's a story, there's a third story of something lost, and this time it's not a coin, it's not a sheep, but it's a small human, it's a young version of the father. You know what happened in this story? Is the son came to the father, and he said, Father, I love you, but, you know, someday you're going to slip off this mortal coil. Someday you're going to kick the bucket. Someday you're not going to be around anymore. And when that happens, I get all your stuff. That's how it works. So you're going to die, I'm going to get your stuff. That's what we call an inheritance. And generally speaking, we wait until death croaks to get the inheritance. And in fact, asking for the inheritance before he croaks is kind of rude. Just take notes. But this son comes to the father, and you know what he says? He says, I would like my inheritance now. And it broke the father's heart. Can you imagine that? That's like saying, I would just as soon you not be around anymore. I'm really only interested in your stuff. But the father, who loved the son very much, said, okay, you can have the stuff. And so the son took the stuff, and he went to a distant land. We'll call it Las Vegas. and he put him in the slot, and he kept pulling the one-arm bandit, and he pulled, and he pulled, and he pulled, until he had nothing left. And I mean, when he had nothing left, I mean, he had stone cold nada. He didn't have a coat. He didn't have a wallet even to put any money in. He didn't have anything. In fact, he had so little at this point. You know what he did? You know what this son did? He resorted to eating with the pigs. Now, I have brought some pig food. Oh, yeah. This is pig food. You know what a pig eats? A pig eats whatever we throw out. And here's some, let's see, there's some grains, there's rice, there's some greens, and then there's some muck. That white stuff, technically, it's called muck. And this is pig food. Does anyone want to smell the pig food? Oh, yeah, sure. Some rich. You hold this. All right, there you go. Yeah. Oh, it's no food. I had to say that because everyone's watching. There was pig food. Okay, and this son, come here, son. This son had nothing to do but eat alongside the pigs. He was hopeless. And so one day, he's munching on pig food. And he says, I'm tired of this. I'm going to go back home. That dad that I said, I just assumed you were dead. Maybe he'll take me back. He won't take me back as a son, that's for sure. But maybe he'll allow me to be a slave alongside his other slaves. And being a slave in my father's house would be much better than eating alongside poor people. So, he goes to the airport, he leaves Las Vegas. He gets back home, and he's expecting the father to look at him with a stern look. He's expecting him to say, you left me. And at most, he's expecting to get a place as a servant or a slave in his household. But do you know what that father did? And I like to think it might have been on Father's Day. Do you know what that father did? Took him in. And he said, get the good food, not the leftover meatloaf. Don't get the leftover meatloaf. Let's cook him steaks. Let's cook him steaks. Let's get the finest Under Armour we've got and let's put it on him. Let's get those really expensive sandals and put them on his feet. You know, those Santa or put those on his feet. And what happened to this lost son? Did the father forget about him? Did he say, like a lost coin or like a lost sheep, I've got another, and he had another? Did he just say, I have an heir, I've got a spare. I don't need another. No, what did he do? What did he say? He took him in. That's right. And he loved him like that lost coin or that lost sheep. Well, how do you think, with those three stories that Christ told us, how do you think he thinks about us as lost folk? What about when we are lonely? What do you think Christ views us as? I've got lots of other children. Oh. Now, he'll leave the 99 to go find us. He'll light the lamp and sweep the house. He'll kill the fatted calf and bring the Under Armour just for us. So when we are lonely, Jesus rescues us as well. Hey, I'm looking forward to this week. We're going to tell lots of Bible stories. And I'll see you later tonight, okay?
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget, don't forget your pipe and your slop. Yeah, I don't want either one of those things. All right, friends.
8 billion minus 1.
He would. That's right. Doesn't matter the number, right? He would leave them for find the one. All right, friends. It has been fun to be with you this morning in Big Church, right? We have tried our best to be on our best behavior. We are not used to being in a crowd, right? We used to being all alone. We're the island.